Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something called product sense. You would have heard about this in so many interviews, so many places, wherever you have heard about product management. One of the rounds is generally a product sense round and then a product execution round. So, what do you think is product sense? It is that intuitive ability and understanding of the product design, the architecture, and the market fit. And it is an important skill for everybody who is related to the engineering field and the product field so that they are able to make the right decisions and intuitively understand what's going to be the best for their customer and the product. What I'm going to do next is talk about some of the points that encompass product sense. So here we go. Here is the list. User understanding. Understanding the user is critical for any product manager because you are the one who will have to design for the user. While there are a lot of biases that come into picture while designing for the user, the product manager has to keep in mind that the research is done correctly so that the user needs are met. The market fit. Understanding the market where you're going to implement or launch this product is another critical piece of product sense. If you really understand the demography, the type of users, and the market where you want to launch, that's most of the work done in product sense. Strategic thinking. What's important is that you align back to the basic business goals that were set out for you to actually go ahead and build the product. If you really think about it, if you do not align back to the goals, your product that you're building might actually get scrapped and never see the day of light. So keep in mind, align back to the strategic goals. Design intuition. It's an important piece because design is the key that takes you to the hearts of the users. If the product is not intuitive and the users are having to go back to see a manual, I think you have lost the battle. I always take this example, and if you are looking at an Apple iPhone, you rarely go back and see the manual. So it makes it easier for the users to go ahead, click on a button, identify themselves what they're doing, and makes it much easier. Data interpretation. You have to look at some historical data to be able to get to decisions. Now, again, you may not have any data at all, or you may have a lot of data from the past history, past important things that you might want to use. If you're able to make the most of that data interpretation piece, I think that's very well done by the product manager. Problem solving is another key part that you should keep in mind. There is a problem that you're looking to solve, and thus the product that you're building is actually needed. Again, I think in my view, it is one of the most important pieces because your data is going to show some facts, your business goals that have been set up are aligned in a way that you are solving for a business problem. So as a product manager, the product sense, one very key point is the problem solving ability. Prioritization becomes important because you need to prioritize for the items that you're going to build. You have to do it in the right way. Otherwise, you may build something which is not needed by the customer. And even before you go to the market, you might start seeing failures. Communication. You've built something, you have solved a problem, but you have not reached to the customer's hearts in the right ways. You have lost the battle. Remember, communicate in the right way. Communicate through your PR FAQs maybe to make sure that the customer understands the need of the product. They understand how the product has to be used, and you are going to do well. I'm also going to talk about what questions you can expect in product sense, but that's for another time. Thank you so much for listening. This was about product sense.